Hey everyone, Zeek here from PatchWorkGardening, and welcome back to another video. So I don't know about y'all, but it's been really nasty here. Really cold, really wet, so I've been kind of bundled up in my apartment with my plants, which got me thinking about what plants I want to get this year. So here I am with my list of my top 10 plants I want in 2020. This is not a comprehensive list. I'm gonna get way more than 10 plants in 2020. And I might not get some of these plants because, you know, some of these plants aren't gonna be that easy to find. We'll see. None of them are crazy rare. I'm not here setting my expectations too high. I don't have that much money to spend on plants. But I was just brainstorming of some of my favorites that I hope to get in the near future because I feel like they will fit my space and my personality. So, without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. A lot of you probably know this one and probably have it. It's a string of hearts. It is all the rage right now. I absolutely adore it. I love hanging plants, and this one particularly would be a perfect spiller for a hanging basket. And I feel like I have the right lighting for it, and just the variegated one, which is the one I'm specifically wanting, is just so pretty with like the pink coloring, and it's just such a unique plant. I just want it really badly. So I'm hoping that'll be one of my plants to get this year. Number 2 is a Platycerium ridleyi. So you may be like, what is this? And I'll show a picture above. I'm gonna show a picture of all these plants. It is another Staghorn Fern. I absolutely love my Staghorn Fern. I was trying to do some research of what variety it is, what species, but I have no clue what it is. There's not much. There's a few like huge Staghorn Fern fans, but besides that, there's not much like information out there about Staghorn Ferns. So there's some really cool ones though. They have 2 different types of fronds, and they have the ones that shoot up, like the horns, and then they have the ones around the base that hug the tree. And so some of them have a really cool base, which has these really cool patterns and different shapes. So I'm really want to try and get a few more. And this one particularly, this looks so unique. So I want another one to mount on the other side of my TV in my living room. And I feel like that'd be really cool to have 2 mounted Staghorn Ferns in my living room. Number 3 is Hoya bella. I love this Hoya. I feel like it's very unique compared to most others. There's so many different types of Hoya that I want, but a lot of them are kind of similar when I look at them from a distance. And this one just really stands out, like the growth pattern. It's again perfect for a hanging basket. So I want some more types of these plants that I can hang, and I've heard good things. So I would really love a Hoya bella. And maybe a variegated one. I think I've seen some people with variegated ones. I might be lying, but that'd be really freaking cool. Number 4 is Hoya cardosa, Crimson Queen. This is such a cool plant. I know like Hoya cardosa are pretty basic, but I just love how the new leaves are pink. Like, I know that's such a big thing right now with like the pink princess and whatnot, but like, for some reason, most of the time I don't really buy into it, but this is right up my alley. I love it. So I would love to get one of these and like mount it, because I've never seen someone, well, I've seen people say, oh, you can mount a Hoya because they can grow epiphytically, but I've never seen someone do it. And so I want to do more plant projects where I make the plants, like I like mounting plants because it feels more like the plant's growing more naturally, and it's more of a statement piece. It looks more interesting to look at, which I feel is like really important how you present the plants. So I would love to get one of these and maybe mount it right above me and have it climb around the living room. That'd be pretty freaking cool. Number 5 is a Euphorbia trigona variegata. I just love the structure of this plant. Euphorbia is such a cool family. There's so many different ones and they all look so different. I just ordered a Euphorbia crown of thorns from a person on Instagram, and I'm super excited for that. So maybe this will be the year of Euphorbia, possibly. But I just love, like, I want like a tall structure, but like I like how it's like thin, so I can have it in my smaller spaces. It doesn't take up a lot, like my palm. And number 6 is a Florida ghost. I absolutely love this plant. The leaf structures are so unique, and the coloring so this plant with a new leaf, it starts off white or a cream, different yellow. Usually it depends on the variety, but and then it as it the leaf emerges and ages, it starts getting darker and it turns into a dark green. So I just think that's really cool how plants that the Crimson Queen and this one where the new leaves start off a different color and they fade. I think that's a really cool a cool feature of plants to have. So yeah, would love this in my living room and my bedroom. They can get pretty big, so I'd love just big Florida ghost. We'll see. They're pretty expensive. Maybe a birthday gift. Mom, if you're watching, this would be a great birthday gift. So number 7, I haven't seen many people have on their wish list. So I want some air plants. I have such a hard time with air plants. I had one. It was one of my plants that I got, I think 2 years ago when I started my plant hobby. And she ain't doing good. I think she died. But I got it at Disney, and I think they painted it blue and purple. So I was like, how is this plant supposed to do anything when you literally paint it? So I don't know. I just want some air plants because there's so many cool different ones out there. I don't want the basic ones you can find in Lowe's or Walmart. I want some of the more unique varieties. So I would love to have a bunch of them in my room hanging from the ceiling because they're light. I won't have to screw into the ceiling, and I can just use some fish hook or something. And I have a humidifier now, so they should be able to, I won't have to water them as much because it's more humid in my room. So that's the plan. I would love to hang them up and maybe do a video on that. Comment down below if you'd be interested in me doing a ceiling air plant project. Number 8 is a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. This is a mouthful, but such a cool plant. Oh my gosh, it looks like a mini monstera, and I've heard they grow really big. I've seen them really big, and I want a good trellis plant, and I feel like that'd be the perfect one. So I feel like would be a good staple plant to have in my living room, in my bedroom, literally wherever. I could have 5 of these and be living my best life. Maybe I'll do that. I've seen people get multiple of the same plant. I'm always like, why? Why would he do that? Why would he just not get a different plant? But this one, I'm like, give me 5, please. Anyways, number 9 is a Hoya macrophylla. So I love Hoya, as you can tell. This is the 3rd one on my list, but I just think it's such a unique looking plant. The leaves are so big and the veining is so pretty, and I'd love a variegated one because their variegation is really unique. So I just really want some more unique looking Hoyas because a lot of them to me kind of blend together. Although they are my favorite plant group right now, there's a lot of them that look very similar and it's hard to tell them apart. So I like the more unique looking ones, the stranger looking ones, which is why I started off with the Hoya obovata with the huge thick round leaves, and the Hindu rope plant because those are the more unique looking ones. So I like the stranger looking plants. But I think that'd be a really cool one. And whether it needs a little more humidity, I have the humidifier for it now and a grow light. So hopefully, I don't know if it's harder or not. Let me know if you have any of these plants down below, how they are to care for, and if I need anything particular for them. Any care advice would be much appreciated. Number 10, the last plant on my list, is a Hoya calyx splash. So this one just really speaks to me. My Hoya obovata has some little speckles on it, and I notice a lot of Hoyas do, but this one, the speckling's just almost a silver gray, a bluish gray. It's just so pretty. And I've seen calyx, and they have such a unique growth structure. They just with the tendrils is all out over the place. So that would be another really cool one to have growing around my room. I want some big Hoyas that I can just let spread out across my room because I want to have that jungle vibe, and I think one of the best ways to do that, besides having big tree plants, is by having hanging plants just climbing around up above you, down below you, and so I hope to do that with a lot of Hoyas. So there are my top 10 plants for the year. What are yours? I really want to know because I'm still looking for some new plants. I could have put so many other plants on here. There were some really cool plants I wanted, but I wanted to keep this a little realistic and not get my expectations too high for the year because I could spend so much money on plants, but I'm also a college student who's trying to survive and pay off my college debt. So, yeah. Let me know what your wish list plants are for the year, because I would love to know. I really would. And that's about all. I'm working on some other videos, so expect those. And thanks for tuning in. Keep on planting, y'all. Bye.